Hello everyone and welcome back to Simmer Sunday. I am Jim Yom M, not N M. Welcome back to Simmer Sunday, everybody. We're going to be telling you some stories, globally, good and bad. So let's go and get into it. First on our list, we are going to be checking out 2018's top 10 trending YouTube videos. Now, it might just be Sunday, good old Sunday, the 11th, I believe, but 2018 is indeed coming to a close, and we only have maybe 2 more Summer Sundays left for you in 2018. So, let's go and get into it. Check out 2018's top trending videos. This is by PC News. I do not know. Here we go. From a kid who yodeled at Walmart to a mystery of Yanny versus Laurel, 2018 was a pretty
epic
on YouTube. On Thursday, Google-owned video sharing service released a list of top 10 trending videos of 2018. And while both of the aforementioned videos made the cut, the first place went to Kylie Jenner, more than 77 million views to date. The reality star's 11-minute pregnancy reveal video to our daughter, released February, was the #1 trending video of the year. Kylie Jenner, once more, has been more popular than anybody on the video sharing website. Thanks, Kylie. Real Life Trick Shots 2 by Dude Perfect was #2 on the trending list. We are just going to go through this, and then we're going to go on to the next news story. We are only going to do 3 this week, so this is the first one. We only have 2 more left. We Broke Up by David Dobrik. More Yodeling Kid by Sonyel Officia. Do you hear Yanny or Laurel? Solved with Science by AP Science. Portugal vs. Spain 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia. Match by FIFA TV. Build swimming pool around underground house by Primitive Survival Tool. Cobra Kai Episode 1. Hand by Kai School of Life by Amit Bhandia. Nigo, Different Language. And then that's it. Other than Maroon 5, Girls Like You by Cardi B. That was #3. I mean, yeah, it was part of a different list. Alright. Now, time to give me, Jim Yom, the good old ending opinion. 2018 has been a very rocky year for YouTube, and as my producer says, wait, what? A producer just said that 2018 has been a very, very, very rocky year, with from controversies to a terrible YouTube rewind. Hasn't been a very good year for YouTube. So, I guess that's the end of our first story. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Facebook in the news once more. Mark Zuckerberg, I believe you have done an oopsie. This is by the New York Times in the technology section, if you would like to read it for yourself. Each week, technology reporters and columnists from the New York Times review the week news, offering analysis and maybe a joke or two about the most important developments in the tech industry. I remember a time when tech companies were desperate to be on the news. Just a decade ago, making headlines usually meant a company's gadget or software product was making a big splash and getting nice publicity. But nowadays, tech companies are more powerful than ever, and journalists are focusing on holding them accountable rather than cheerleading. So I bet Facebook wishes it would be out of the news cycle, even briefly. This week, a British parliamentary committee released confidential Facebook emails and documents as part of its investigation on online misinformation. Did not make Mark Zuckerberg's social network empire look good. Now, lately, this is not part of the article, by the way. Lately, Facebook has been very, very, very rocky. It has been going downhill ever since the beginning of 2017 about. So, basically, this is just another dent in the road, and hopefully 2019 will be making Facebook have a reappearance. The documents revealed how Facebook treated user data as a bargaining chip. The social network had its whitelist agreement with companies and favored, including Arbnib, Lyft, and Netflix. The arrangement involved sharing user data with those parties with that other companies were restricted to obtaining. So once more, Facebook has done an oopsie. At least Facebook isn't alone on hot water. Last Friday, because of companies like to save their bad news for weekends, Marriott International relieved the hackers has been breached its Starwood reservation system and had stolen personal data up to 500 million guests. That's it. That's relating to Week in Tech. Facebook is in the news again. That is the last of it. Now, time for my personal Jim Yom's opinion. This has been another time where I'm scrolling through the trending stories for Summer Sunday, as our producers say, and Facebook has been in the trending. Now, I just decided to search up news, and this wasn't even on trending. So they are just generally in the news. They're just in hot water, as this article said. So, let's go ahead and get into our last story. Do Americans facing fresh economic hardship blame Trump? Another news on Trump. Yes, you might be thinking, this is kind of redunculous. You've been doing weeks and weeks. All of the Summer Sundays have involved some news about Trump. Well,
welcome to the real world.
Trump made a protecting American jobs a central plank of his election campaign, and his trade war with China continues to bite, and General Motors says it will close down factories. Has he kept his promises? Let's go ahead and see what these people think about Trump.
I've heard him compared to snake oil salesmen, just promising things, anything, to get elected.
You hear, gosh, I hope he knows what he's doing.
We're going to get those jobs coming back, and we're going to fill up those factories or rip them down and build brand new ones.
I had this conversation with someone the other day. They said, I know you don't like him. And I said, no, I don't. And they said, I don't like him either, but we need his help.
60% of all the soybeans we raised have been exported over the last 5 years to China. And when the trade dispute / trade war started, effectively those sales went to zero.
So that is what people facing economic hardships believe with Mr. Trump. Now, again, my personal opinion time. I believe that Trump has been a very huge thing in economic hardships. Now, I do not fully blame Trump, seeing as I'm not in that position. I am on Summer Sunday, as you can see. I'm a pretty big deal, and they definitely couldn't lose me. Wait, what? You have backups? Why am I even here then? These producers, they're very... They like to joke, what? Alright then. Thanks, Jim. Now today we are going to be talking about Los Angeles, California, South Dakota, Texas, and Colorado. Those are all the weather we are going to be doing today. Please let us know if there is a city we missed or that you would just generally like us to do. As you're seeing this on Sunday, it is going to be 70 degrees with 2-mile-per-hour winds. Monday, it is going to be 67 degrees with a low of 51-mile-per-hour winds. By the way, Sunday, as you're seeing this, a low of 52 with a high of 67 and a low of 47, looking like your Tuesday is going to be a pretty chilly one for those Los Angeles, California natives. You have a 10% chance of precipitation, so a very low chance you will be getting any rain, snow, or any type of other precipitation. Starting out your Wednesday strong, it is going to be 67 degrees once more, with a low of 48, 3-mile-per-hour winds. Thursday, it's going to be pretty warm. 70 degrees is your high, and your low is 47. Always in the 40s with your lows, Los Angeles. And wind 3 mile per hour winds. To end off your week on Friday, it's going to be 68 degrees with a low of 49, and the wind is going to be 3 mile per hour winds. South Dakota, you're going to be pretty chilly this week. On Sunday, it's going to be 27 degrees with a low of 11. Pretty chilly. And precipitation 20%, 7 mile per hour winds. This is Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Very cold today. Monday, you get a tad bit warmer with a high, you get a little colder with your high of 26, and you get a little bit warmer with your low of 16. 9 mile per hour winds and 10% chance of precipitation. Tuesday, it's going to be 33 degrees with a low of 21. 10 chance of precipitation. Wednesday, it's going to be 34 with a low of 21. Precipitation, 20%. 35 degrees on your Thursday is your low, and 20 degrees is, 35 degrees is your high, and 20 is your low. I cannot speak today. And 10% chance of precipitation. To end off your week on your Friday, it is going to be 31 degrees as your high and 17 degrees as your low. 10% chance of precipitation. You're apparently going to get some rain on Wednesday and Thursday, and apparently it's going to be some heavy ones. As you're seeing this, it's going to be 54 degrees as your high and 40 as your low. Monday, it's going to be 59 degrees with a low of 49. No precipitation, if you've seen the first Summer Sunday, we explain that when I don't mention the precipitation,
you won't get any.
Tuesday, 61 degrees with a low of 50. On Wednesday, again, you're going to get some precipitation with a 40% chance of said precipitation, 70 as your high, and 62 as your low. Pretty warm. 74 as your high and 48 as your low with a 40% chance of precipitation. And Friday, ending off your week, 59 with a low of 42 and 20% chance of precipitation. Last but certainly not least, Colorado. On Sunday, as you were seeing this, it's going to be 47 with a low of 23. On Monday, to start off your week, you're going to have a high of 53, a low of 31. Tuesday, 54, low 30. Wednesday, 52, low 28. And Thursday, once again, you get very, very chilly with a high of 38 and a low of 25. And Friday, to end off your week, 48 with a low of 30. Now on to sports news. I'm Broad Sim. S-I-M, yes, like the video game. I got made fun of that in school. I'm Broad Sim, and I'm with sports. Today, we are going to be looking at plenty of different stories. We are going to do 3 stories, not like last week, where we just did maybe 2, 1. We're going to do 3, and this might be a shorter Simmer Sunday, by the way. But it's not my place to say that, it's Jim's. But, whatever. Oh, shut up, Jim. It's not all you. Are you serious, Jim? Today, from our producer and our director, Good Luck Simmer, we are going to be looking at... Now, this is not exactly a football news, but it is indeed about Texas A&M, which again, from our producer and our director, Good Luck Simmer. Today, we are going to be more talking about Texas A&M wins 2018 student section of the year. This is from Gigam247. Thanks for that resource. We have some real good websites that we use here. Sam 12th Man was chosen as the winner for 2018 Taco Bell Live Mass Student Section of the Year tonight on ESPN. The 12th Man was one of the 4 student sections that made it into the semifinals along with Clemson, LSU, and Penn State. The Aggies were a student section of the week for Week 13 in college football, which enabled them to have a shot at the award were chosen by the committee of ESPN reporters and college football experts. On 12thman.com, the beginning of history in 12th Man is explained thusly. This is history, by the way. On January 2nd, 1992, the heavily outgunned Aggies were faced with the top-ranked center college praying Colonials in the Dixie Classic in Dallas. An Aggie by the name of E. King Gill, a squad player for Texas A&M football team, was in the press box, helping reporters identify players on the field below, and what was happening on the field wasn't pretty. The Aggies found themselves plagued by injuries, which reserve was seemingly dwindling with every play. Power of the 12th Man is echoed by the unity, the loyalty, and the willingness of the Aggies to serve when called to do so, and the reason that Texas A&M has earned the name of the Embrace Gills, simply gesture service, home of the 12th Man. And that's about it. That was a very, very short story. Thanks, producers. That was Texas A&M wins 2018 Student Section of the Year, and that was also a slight bit of history from Texas A&M for you. This is from the BostonGlobe.com. Welcome into our long list of amazing resources, Boston Globe. Reflections on one of the year covering the Boston sports scene. This is indeed baseball. I know, surprising. We have wanted to switch it up a bit. So this is by Tara Sullivan. A few things I reflect on and care about. While December 1st passed largely uneventful in the sports calendar, it did bring a hefty dose of personally reflection for me by marking one year anniversary with Globe. From the freezing cold in Minnesota to the driving rain on Marathon Monday, the disappointment of one championship loss, and the delirium of one championship run, New England sports scene has given me everything I could ask for, and more. Nothing will duplicate the way it started in the Patriots playoff run and took us to Minneapolis for the Super Bowl versus the Eagles. Unwilling to skip the first potential championship of my Globe tenure, I went to Minnesota despite the flight I booked on Tuesday after the game, the one that took me to JFK Airport in New York to Seoul, South Korea for my first Olympics. That is literally it. This is what we get. This is why I'm paid to read this. That was it. And it was a pretty good one. This Good Luck Summer might be boring. 'Cause it is. It's really not that fun. Now let's go on to our definitely last, but not least, story. A 28-year-old right-hander who had a pair of Tommy John surgeries is an inspirational story. She did not let her disability in the way of playing sports. Now she helps others. This is by the News and Observer by Christy Galilea. In just 11 years, Ashley Thomas, who was born playing with spina bifida, went to playing sports and launched a nonprofit that helps people with physical disabilities participate in everything from wheelchair basketball to archery. Thomas, who landed a spot on the U.S. Paralympics kayaking team, runs Bridge 2 Sports in the Triangle, shares her journey. Question: why did you start Bridge 2 Sports in 2007? Answer: I had a volunteering to be at Duke's Children's Hospital, and I met all these kids who have hope for the future and parents who only heard what medical protocol was. I said, we have to shift this. Just because your legs don't work doesn't mean you're missing. Just because you're missing a limb doesn't mean you're not capable. However, if you don't get the opportunity to explore this, you will be disabled for life. That's how it really started. What is your personal connection with this? I was born with spina Bifia, I'm pronouncing that wrong for sure, and went through what typically happens with children born with disabilities. You have surgeries, the medical community has very low expectation of the outcome. My parents were told she will never speak, she will never walk, she basically will be a vegetable. I always tell that story because when I talk with my parents, my question is, what was your expectation? Because you will guide this with much better medical staff than much better medical staff can. Often with disabilities, they don't know what the outcomes are. They set a low standard for me. I had a desire to play sports, be a cheerleader, and I just didn't have the leg coordination to do any of those things. How many people do you serve on a regular basis? Is the question. The answer is between 100 and 125. It might not sound like a big number, but we do quality work on goal setting. 92% of our kids go on to college and tech school to get jobs. Our big thing is disability doesn't determine the outcome. Opportunities do. And that was our inspirational story. I hope you enjoyed this segment. I'm going to go fight with the producer now. Well, you're gonna leave that part in, right? I'm gonna go fight with the producer now, and he better leave this in. And yeah, let's go back to Jim Yom. Alrighty then, that was such a fun segment. Wasn't it? Sports is just always a thrill. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And now, before we end, we have some news from Good Luck Summer herself. Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it was super stupid. I made up some voices and I pretended that there was a producer and I was the director, blah blah blah. It's just a fun summer Sunday. I love doing these. They're real hard to edit. But I like informing you guys about the world, good, bad, decent, that type of thing. As I'm recording this, the stuff that will still be going on, all the Sims 4 stuff will be still going on. I haven't really uploaded much of that because I'm still editing it. It's so hard to edit for me, especially since I don't have the hand, I'm starting to get better at it, but you have to click this, and then there's a keyboard control that you could do. I need to get used to all of it, but I'm already used to some of it, but I click the button instead of doing the keyboard thing, which will probably be faster. But I just plus want to make it entertaining, which is super hard, especially for me. But Sims will still be going on. The video I'm currently editing is Get Famous. I'll be doing some reaction videos. GIFs are still going to come out, even though I haven't done one in a while. GIFs will still come out. Lyric videos will come out. Hey guys, so, future Tori here. I forgot to say PMR, aka Positive Morning Remix, will still be going on. It'll actually be coming out on Monday, like usual. I've just been caught up in all the other videos that I'm editing, but there will be a Positive Morning Remix on Monday. So, yeah, back to past Tori. Meme videos will come out, if I can get back into meme review, with, Lil Wolfie / Quinn. I definitely will if we get the opportunity to collab again. The Christmas themed Sims 4 thing will still be coming out. I haven't really been on it as much as I probably should be, but at least I got the first episode out. And that's about all the updates I have for you. So let's go and get to our end thing. I'm Jim Yom, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do make sure to punch like button in the face. If you just love Jim Yom, and goodbye. See you in 2 weeks, y'all. Wait, what? So not next week, but the week after. Okay, the producers keep correcting me. It's not the next week, but the week after, so basically 2 weeks. See you then.